Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing the 10-second, 1 minute, 10-minute challenge, but with creating a game on Scratch, because that's easy and you can do it in 10 seconds. So, I think I'm gonna start the 10-second one in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we need to take a project. We're just gonna take him on and we're gonna make it so when he's clicked, he plays this sound. Done. I don't know if that was a we'll see how that works, but what it did is now start the project. Doesn't really matter. However, when we actually click this character, he actually makes a pop noise. So that's all I could do in about 10 seconds. It wasn't great, mostly because the load time of the character was like 3 seconds, and I did not have time to do it. I don't know if that was 10 seconds. It might have been like 12. I'm not 100% on that. My dog is walking in the background and it's super loud. But yeah, we'll move on to the 1 minute one. Alright, so we're going to move on to the 60-second game. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the recording timer to time it. So I'm going to pause the recording and then unpause it right when it hits a certain time and count 1 minute after that, just to make it easier. So I'm going to pause it now and start it now. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually we want to create a sprite. So we're going to create a sprite. We're going to make a circle and we're going to put him there. And now we're going to put that. We need to create a variable. We'll rename that score. So we're going to set score to 0 and forever if touching mouse pointer and mouse down, change score by 1, go to random position. Where is that? Go to random position and wait until not mouse down. There we go. I think the game's done. I think I did that in like 50 seconds, so we'll check it out. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we click the circle. I have to start the project. We click the circle, we get a score, and the circle moves to another location, and you just keep clicking it. And so another way I could do this is to modify it. I could add music and I give it a timer, so you have to click it as fast as you can, and you can get a world high score. So I could do that. I think I'm actually going to do that off camera and then show you the full product. Alright, so I just made a better version and updated it with the stuff I said. So now every 30 seconds your score will be cleared, and you can get the world record. And it's kind of luck based, but it's also pretty reaction based. You have to have good reaction time. But here it is. The song is made by me. I have it on my other channel, Hero Assist. But I'll probably link that in the description. But yeah, here's some gameplay of it. Wow, I actually just did really well. you can see the score thing there just reset because of you saw the alert thing, or heard the alert sound effect, but I just did really well. Oh well, I got like 15 more points than I did last time. But yeah, I just set the world record. If you see this video, you might want to try it and beat it. I'm going to link all the projects in the description. Oh, this timer just reset again. But yeah, I'm going to move on to the 10-minute one. This one I'm probably going to need a legitimate timer for. Okay, so here we are on the new project. This is the 600-second or 10-minute challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna start it at probably 7 minutes of recording time. Actually, I'm probably gonna start at 6 minutes and 45 seconds. But yeah, I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna start. All right, so we're gonna start by making a character. This character will be brown haired. So we want to make it brown color. And make it a perfect circle. Put it there. And we'll make a few little splotches of a little bit darker brown in his hair just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Pop out a little bit more. There we go. I'm actually going to make this outline a little bit bigger. Actually, I'm not going to make the outline bigger. I'm going to make this whole thing smaller. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do. Alright, we're going to make the backdrop red to make a world barrier. There we go. I don't care if it's a square or not, since the game is not a square. But, yes. So now what we're going to do is, we need to make a game world. So, game world. And we're going to zoom out a little bit more. And we're gonna make a big circular or spherical, I guess, map. Not that big, that's a little bit too big. Alright. There we go. And we're gonna add a few little details, like, I don't know, just some stuff. Actually, I should probably zoom out for this. Just add some little streaks in the grass. And maybe add all the streaks over here and here. We're gonna make a little bit of a river that goes through middle-ish. So of course we don't want the player to spawn in the middle of a river, so we curve it around a little bit. We'll need to corner this off a little bit. And fill it with blue. We'll make it a little bit longer just so it's coming off the edge. I'll erase that later. Then we'll make a bridge, even though I don't have time to make a collision script. Because it's still pretty difficult to make collision. Alright, we're gonna make a little bridge area right here. This is just the map design, as I already said. It's probably the second most time consuming part. Most time consuming is definitely gonna be movement. I think it's a little bit too long. I'm gonna put one up here and copy paste. Put one down here. Copy paste, put a big stone one over here in the middle. Not quite near the spawn point. And it's gonna be like that, and yeah, that's good. I think the map's about done. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue water and stuff around. There we go. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so the player is always in the center and always in the front. So forever go 200. We want him and go to the front. Now, the best way to create scrolling and Scratch, simple scrolling, it's hard for collision and stuff, but you make this the map, and you have to create a new sprite, and I just call it the sizer, and you just put a little dot in the center. This is kind of abusing and exploiting the size system of Scratch to get a really big thing. So we put that there. And so what we do is not backdrop. We switch the costume to the sizer. Then set the size to, since a bigger sprite won't let you set the size very high, but a smaller one will. So the sizer can let you set it to like 1000%. We're gonna set it to about 500%. Now the sizer, we're gonna make that. Switch it to that, and then we switch it to the map, and as you can see, now the map's much bigger, because if we didn't do that and we just did 100, it would be that small. And if we tried to make it like that with the map, it'll set it to normal size. So we have to set this to 500%, set it to sizer, then the map. Make sure it goes to front, and then back one layer so that the character's still in front. And now we have to create the movement. We only have about 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna have to do this quick. This is the most time consuming part, so definitely we create a bunch of if space key press inside a forever loop. You always need the forever loop or else it won't work, unless it's the first tick of the game being started. So this is going to be an A, and this is going to be a D. This is going to be a W, and this is going to be an S, and then this is going to be a W. So now we need 2 change X's and 2 change Y's. So we'll take those 2 and those 2. I'll set Y, there we go. And so this, you always have to do the reverse. So usually, if it was not scrolling, you'd want to do positive for W and D, but you want to do negative. So we want to move this by -10, say. That might work. And then this is +10, which actually makes it pretty easy. So we're going to do that to negative and that to positive. A and S are usually negative values, but again, I'm doing this. See, now we're moving around. And you can move around everywhere because I'm too lazy to create a collision script in time because I still have to import music and stuff. I'm going to cut out the music importing process, but that only takes about 20 seconds just because I don't want to leak my files. Alright. So, yeah, I'm going to put the music in right now. You see, I'm going to make it so if you ever, if touching color red, then broadcast restart, because collision scripts on round edges are very, very annoying to make. So broadcast restart, and restart is going to take this and put it back to 0, 0. See, and then we're also going to make it start on 0, 0. So now, if you go too far to the red edge, it'll respawn you. Just so you can't go past the barrier. And we don't quite start on the bridge. See, it's like right in the middle. But yeah, I'm going to pause the recording and import some music real quick, so bear it back. Alright, I'm importing the song. There you go. I'm just going to do Typewrite 2, which is another song I made. So I'm just going to add a few, like 20 seconds to the timer. Alright, so now we're going to make it always play Typewrite 2. So there we go. Now it's always playing that song. As you can see, it works. I actually can make it so if the player is touching color blue, it makes it slower. I'm going to do that real quick because I still have about a minute left. Oh, this is going to be difficult though to do it. Actually, I have like a minute and a half left. Alright, So we're gonna make or actually we're gonna rename this. It's gonna be touching water, question mark. And so we're gonna make that not visible. And so forever if touching color, we're gonna take this color blue, set touching water to 1. Actually, we're gonna make this an if else. So boom. And then we're gonna make that as 0. Put that there. And now we just need to copy and paste this over here. Separate them. Make this to -5. Alright, I only have about 15 seconds now. I might have to go over a little bit. Actually, no, because I was paused earlier. So I probably have like 30 extra seconds. Alright, so if else, if else, if else. Alright, we're gonna do this, this, this. We need one more if else. So it's just gonna be +5. Get rid of this stuff. Alright, so W is going to be change Y by -5, so put that there. I'm going to just leave that. Oh, I only have a little bit of time left. I'm going to go over 15, 20 seconds. And then this is X by 5, so that's going to be there. It's gonna go there, and that's gonna obviously go there, and then we need if touching water equals 1. Just duplicate that. I don't think I'm going over too much. There we go, and I think I'm done. Alright, stop the timer there. I went over by about 40 seconds, but this is the final result. So you move around. Crap, I just realized I did that wrong. I have to change that. It took me about 10 seconds to change, or 5 seconds to change, but I'll add 10 seconds on there, so I'm like a minute behind. Anyway, yeah, now it should work. And now when I touch the water, I'm slower. When I'm not on the water, I'm good. See, when you go on the bridge, you're faster. But when you're on the water, you're slow. It's a little bit delayed because there's a little delay on sensing with variables, but it generally just works. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to share all these projects. And, yeah, I think I'm going to end this here. I'm going to link all the projects in the description of the video. And I'll see you guys again next time. See ya.